Hello, my name is Ryan Matthews, and this is my Screencast Introduction. So who am I? Basic information. I'm 31 years old. I was born in Claremont, California. After a year there, my dad's work moved him across the United States to Newark, Delaware, and we settled in Landingburg, Pennsylvania. I lived there through 7th grade, and then my 8th grade year we moved to Smyrna, Delaware, where my parents were able to buy a large piece of property and subdivide it so that myself and my 3 older brothers could also have some land to build houses eventually. 2 of them have, and then the one closest to me in age, and then we haven't built yet. I'm married with 2 children. I have a 2.5-year-old son, who you can probably hear, and I also have a newborn daughter. She was born August 21st. So a lot of changes in our family and a lot of excitement too. So basically, as long as I'm with my family, I don't really mind or care what I'm doing. But my hobbies do include reading, writing, and playing basketball. I also enjoy The Walking Dead, and I really haven't found a TV show better than The Office, so I watch a lot of reruns of that as well. Professionally, I'm in my 10th year of teaching. I began my teaching career right out of college in the Smyrna School District, and for the district, I mostly worked for John Bassett Moore Intermediate School, but I also worked at Smyrna Middle School. At those 2 schools, I worked in a variety of placements and a variety of grade levels. So I've worked as the special ed half of a TAM classroom. I worked in a small group special education classroom. I worked in a single teacher inclusion classroom, and then most recently in a life skills classroom. So within those classrooms, I worked mostly on the language arts side of things at JBM, and then at middle school. You usually kind of concentrate. So at the JBM, as a part of my team, I was the language arts and social studies half of the team, and then I had a partner who did math and science. And so I've worked primarily with language arts, and then life skills, covering every single course, plus life skills too. And grade level wise, I worked from kindergarten to 8th grade in those placements. Currently, though, I just started a job at the Woodbridge School District as their secondary literacy specialist, and that's a position where I kind of wear a lot of different hats. Woodbridge is a smaller school district, so it's just kind of the nature of it. So I do, kind of reading specialist stuff for the middle school and high school, like planning lessons and delivering progress monitoring, things like that. But then I do kind of a step away from that, and I'm more of like a coach. So I work a lot with the teachers and helping them. But then I also work at the district level, choosing curriculum and evaluating curriculum and coordinating it and that kind of stuff too. I also just started a job at Deltech Community College as one of their English instructors in the remedial course. So the students who don't test high enough to go to the entry-level English course will take a class like mine. There's 2 different levels. I teach the higher level of those 2 courses. So, for example, if you needed a 10 on the test, my students are the ones who maybe got a 7 or 8. So they're close, but they're not quite. And this has been a kind of a neat position because it allows me to still teach. And I'm actually teaching one of my students I taught back when I was in Smyrna. I'm teaching her again now, so it's been kind of cool to see her in 5th grade, and then now as an adult starting her career. Definitely an interesting experience. So my experience with teaching and learning online, as a student, I've taken probably 80% of my graduate courses online. I prefer face-to-face, and I feel like I learn more in a face-to-face classroom. I really enjoy lectures and those things like that, but just with my life, with the family and my job, it's way more convenient and way more, I definitely can do more of the work if it's online. As a teacher, you use a lot of Google Classroom for students to do independent things or group things. We submitted a lot of assignments through that and shared different things. And then in Deltech, the class uses the D2L platform. So everything is done in class. So it's not like a hybrid course or anything. Everything is done in class, but the discussion boards we do, the assignments, how they're accessed and then how they're submitted, and all the word processing and everything is done through the D2L platform. So again, it's not really a hybrid, but it's not done in paper pencil. It's all done through the online platform. In my classroom, I don't really have anything now in my new position, but I use the Elmo, which is a projector, the Mimeo board, which is, it's not a smart board, but it makes a whiteboard more interactive. So it just, increases the engagement in your lessons. Mimeo clickers, those are the little handheld clickers that students can submit responses through, so it lets everybody contribute to a question or answer a question, even the students who are a little more reluctant to talk in class. iPads and Chromebooks to do lots of various parts of curriculums, like Read 180, we would use the iPads and Chromebooks so that students could do audiobooks, but also just submitting assignments, creating assignments through the iPads or Chromebooks instead of paper and pencil. And then, like I said, Google Classroom and D2L. So this is my family. There's a picture of me doing what I love to do, which is to tell my family stories. There's also a close-up of my newborn daughter, and then a picture of my wife and I with our newborn daughter at the hospital. So that's me in a nutshell, as much as I can fit into a screencast introduction. I hope you enjoyed it.